Damn! I just started this round, and I went into one that started. Clearly. Hello? Why are you asking? What the fuck? Someone joined my group and asked for my name. Damn. Took some injury, but not a very good game. Come on, hairy beast. Cepat quá. Cepat quá.
Executing dramatic introduction to the galaxy's greatest heroes, its deadliest villains, all competing in an epic battle for the ages.
I sense so much anger.
Target identified.
Why do I think you're the smartest one here? Stay low.
Target spotted.
Well, look at that!
Fight better, go to us.
Never mind the clock. You have no destiny.
Identifying
Just the
target.
alluvial dams on the Falcon. I feel his rage.
Ray is out of the game.
Fire, fem, fire.
Now what? Today I'm going to go over some things you need to know, plus 2 things you can developing too. Watch out for those teeth. This puppy biting catches a lot of people off guard. If you need help getting through the puppy biting stage with your dog, I'm going to have a video in the description of this video. One of the first things you'll want to do is teach your new dog their name so that they can begin to understand that it's their attention we want when we call them by their name. Bruno, come here. See, it's not working yet. So the first thing you want to do is just get your dog's attention on you, maybe by making a little bit of a sound, like, yes, good job. Right there, I'm going to reward Bruno simply because he acknowledged me. But obviously, I don't want to have to name him We want him to understand what Bruno means. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to introduce his name. Bruno. Yes, good job. Bruno. You have to be very deliberate when teaching your dog a new word, a new phrase, or something like their name. See, when he acknowledged me there, I said his name so that he can begin to connect his name with paying attention to me. And I'm also right there to make sure that I offer him something amazing like this turkey in order to make an impactful, memorable experience for him. And right now that he's jumping on me, I'm not even concerned with that. The fact that he's paying attention to me and responding to his name is far more important. Bruno, yes! Oh, did you see his eyes just snap up to me when I said his name right there? He's doing really well, really quickly on this. Since when you're with your dog at this age, they're definitely in a supervised situation, you'll have lots of opportunities to reward them for giving you their attention voluntarily, or when you call their name. Really take advantage of this, catch them off guard as often as you can, and reward them heavily when they stop what they're doing to pay attention to you or respond to their name. Now I'm walking around here just to try and mix things up a little bit so that he starts to generalize that I still want him responding to Bruno when I'm walking around, when we're outside, and so on. So it's important to practice these things before you expect them to associate these behaviors in general everyday life. If you've gotten a new puppy, you're probably going to want to teach them how to sit pretty early on. Many dogs will do this pretty instinctively, but the idea is that you can teach them how to sit specifically when you ask them to do so. Sit is so important because you're going to ask them to do this time and time again. So it's worth putting in the time right now to get it looking really good. It's easiest to teach your dog sit by luring them into position. You really want to use that nose and a really good currency like real turkey or real chicken to your advantage. But think of your dog's nose and the treat that you're using as two separate magnets. At first, that magnetic attraction between their nose and the treat is kind of loose. If you keep the treat really close to his nose, then it's much more likely to keep his attention. See this? Look how close that is. You have to go in really slow motion if you haven't done this before. Most people tend to go too fast like this, but really what you want to do is go super, super slow. Look at that. See that? Sit. This time, I'm going to introduce the word sit to him as he sits. Yes, sit. Most dogs are going to pick up on this really fast, so you should be able to start phasing out the lure pretty quickly on something like sit anyway. So watch this. Sit. Good job. See, he anticipated because we practiced several times in a row. Bruno. Yes. Good. Gave his attention when I called his name. Sit. Okay, that looks really good. Let's go for some bonus content now and see if we can teach Bruno how to lie down. Sit. Good. Again, we're going to do the same exact thing. And we're going to go nice and slow, just like this. Yes. I'm going to reward there simply because he moved his front foot forward. I'm not going to insist that he does a complete lie down immediately. I'm rewarding for progress. That's the most important thing. Don't be so greedy when you're introducing new behaviors. Yes. Excellent job. Now, with some dogs, this might take a few days. Other dogs, it might take a few minutes. It really just depends on a variety of factors. Make sure you check out my brand new book. I'm going to have a link in the description so that you can pick up your copy today. Give Bruno a big thumbs up. He did terrific today. And subscribe to my channel. And set up automatic pet food delivery at petflow.com. I make lots of puppy videos because I know that if we can get dogs on the right path while they're young, then they'll have less issues in the future. Help me continue to educate people about raising the perfect puppy by contributing to... So you've gotten a new puppy. Now what? Today I'm going to go over some things you need to know, plus 2 things you can start teaching instantly. Today's video is sponsored by PetFlow. Puppy biting is an inevitable part of having a puppy, but it can also be one of the most frustrating and painful. Flurry is just under 4 months old now, and he's going through a pretty significant puppy biting stage. Have the windscreen. Yeah, I don't need the windscreen anyway. Today, we'll show you how to teach your puppy to stop biting. Yeah, this is the right dog for this video. Click thumbs up for Flurry, and trust me, if you've got a puppy, you're definitely going to want to subscribe to my channel. Pick up a copy of my book, too, for the guide to raising the perfect dog. If you're new to my videos, understand that I strongly discourage the use of training collars like choke, prong, and electric collars. That's because those types of collars are specifically designed to train with pain, and that does nothing to promote a bond between a person and a dog. That's the single most important factor when teaching any dog. And I want to encourage you to get your pet supplies and your dog food from a company that feels the same way. By getting your food automatically shipped to you from PetFlow at any time interval you prefer, you're making your life easier and making a statement that you support companies that put our dogs' well-being first. I'll have a link and a fantastic discount code to get you all set up in the description below. But have you ever heard that when your puppy is biting you like this, that you should say ouch and walk away from them? Ouch. We could definitely say that. Now, I've always thought that this was a bit of a shallow way to address this, because you're addressing the symptom, the biting, and not the cause, your dog's desire to interact with you. There are two main reasons that puppies bite like this, because they're teething or because they're trying to engage the world. This is how they grab things. If your puppy is teething, you'll definitely want to make sure they have regular access to safe chew toys of lots of different textures. Now, it's going to take a few weeks to really resolve puppy biting, and dogs can be really nippy until they're about 5 months old, or even longer if it goes unchecked. You must commit to being very patient with this. Right now, you and your dog don't yet have really crystal clear communication together, and every interaction you have with them needs to be focused on building that communication. Addressing puppy biting is one of the best opportunities to do that. In addition to the exercises I'm about to cover, make sure you have a strong focus on desensitizing your dog to being touched firmly by a person. I think he's enjoying the massage, so the more they're used to this, the less likely they are to nip at you. You know, I've even heard some dog trainers recommend biting dogs back so they know how it feels, but those are really silly ways to teach a dog. And if your puppy play bites really excessively, then you've probably got a high-energy dog. If that's the case, then exercise early in the morning and throughout the day is mandatory if you want relief sooner rather than later. Chances are, if you've got a puppy biter on your hands, you're probably getting pretty good at predicting when they're about to be biting. For example, in Flurry's case, it's all the time. Simply hoping for the best and reacting negatively when your puppy bites you is not going to resolve this efficiently. Fast success comes when you're one step ahead of your dog. Now, I know you can do this. You're a person. They're a dog. Most of you are smarter than your dog. Well, first, let's talk about how you need to get good at using a toy to curb puppy biting. Since I know that Flurry is likely to bite me when I go to greet him, I want to be one step ahead of him by having a toy that I know he likes already with me. He likes that snake. So look, this is okay to bite. My flesh is not. So we want to continually divert our dog's attention to the toy, the thing that is acceptable to bite. Over time, your dog is going to start to realize, all right, so there's some things I'm allowed to bite and other things I'm not. But they're not born knowing this, so you have to take the time to teach them. It's not reasonable to expect a dog to just be calm all the time. Your goal should be to get them to release energy and play when we ask them to, rather than waiting for them to act out on their own. So now let's talk about how to use treats to curb puppy biting. I mean, your dog has to know the proper conduct when encountering a person. Remember, when your dog is biting you like we've been seeing Flurry do, they're just trying to engage you. We just have to show them and teach them that we prefer a different kind of engagement, a more civilized form of engagement. Since I know that Flurry is very likely to start biting me when I engage him, I've got to be one step ahead of him. So, I've got a treat right here. Now, we've done some basic training with him. He knows how to sit and a couple other things. I'm going to encourage him to sit for a treat, just like that. It's worth noting that many puppy biters don't know how to take a treat gently, and they really bite your hands while trying to get that treat. So, if that's your dog, just simply treat them open palm. It's a good idea to have treats easily accessible at all times if you've got a new dog. Let's take all of that exuberant energy and turn it into learning power. Now, right off the bat, when you're using treats, that's likely to subdue your dog's desire to bite just because they get in food mode. When a dog is in the mood to eat, they tend to be a little less bitey. Since I know Flurry is likely to bite, I'm going to ask him to sit. Nice work. Now, you might be wondering, hey, am I rewarding my dog for biting in this situation? No, you're not, because we asked him to sit first. You gonna lie down? There you go. Good job, bud. So ideally, you ask your dog to do something else. Maybe it's sit. Maybe it's lie down. Maybe it's come. That's a good rollover, buddy. And reward for the thing you do like. So you can see, by training like this, we're satisfying his urge to want to interact with us and our desire to have a well-behaved dog at the same time. Initiating a 30-second to 2-minute training session like this teaches your dog to respond to you rather than simply behaving impulsively. This is why it's important to make great effort to understand why your dog is acting a certain way, rather than simply focusing on correcting unwanted behaviors after they occur. Imagine it, if you were really consistent about asking your dog to sit every time you greeted them 1,000 times in a row, your dog would quickly get into the habit of sitting to greet you instead of biting you. How great would that be? Use both of these approaches that we've gone over so far and use them often when encountering any dog going through the puppy biting phase. Now, when you notice instances of licking where your puppy used to bite, you'll know you're on the right track, and you should notice that becomes a bit more frequent with time. Puppy biting can take anywhere between a couple of days and a couple of months with extreme biters, so it's really important to keep your expectations in line. So what do you do if you're just hanging out and you're caught off guard by the puppy biting? Well, number one, promptly initiate one of the training sessions that we did today. Exercise your dog or place them in a boring environment for a few minutes until they calm down a bit. Parents of young kids, understand that it's your responsibility to teach your puppy not to bite, not your kids. But you can make it PetFlow's responsibility to get your pet's food to you. I'll have a link in the description where you can get your dog's food automatically shipped. You want more great dog training videos, and I really want to make them. Make a voluntary contribution to the Dog Training Revolution on Patreon. That link will be in the description. Give Flurry a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and pick up a copy of my book, Dog Training Revolution. We'll see you guys in the next video. Today's episode is sponsored by PetFlow. There's no easier way to make sure that your pet has their food when you need it than by setting up automatic pet food delivery from PetFlow. Choose your brand of dog food, decide how often you want it shipped, and PetFlow will make sure it's there whenever you need it. My viewers are going to receive $10 off their first 3 automatic shipments by entering code ZAC30 at checkout. I'll have a link in the description. I've seen it a million times. When a dog doesn't seem to be receptive to working for food or play, many people just assume they've got an untrainable dog on their hands. Or worse, that the only options left are to use forceful, primitive training methods. Today, I'm going to show you how to overcome that. Click thumbs up for Rudy, the rescue racing greyhound. Subscribe to my channel and pick up a copy of my book, Dog Training Revolution. You can get the audio version too. Now let's meet Hillary and her dog Rudy and find out what's going on.
My name is Hillary. My dog's name is Rudy, and he's a greyhound. I adopted Rudy about a year ago. I really wanted to adopt an adult dog because I knew they had so many of them who needed home. And I hear that retired racing greyhounds make great pets. Training Rudy right now is very difficult. He doesn't do much, but what he does do, he's just a great guy. So I tried to teach him to sit, but we don't want them to sit because greyhounds aren't supposed to sit. It's kind of uncomfortable for them. He wants to get in my stuff, or he'll try to be involved in the activity, but he needs to be able to lie down, and I'm having trouble getting him to go to his bed or lie down. Zach, please help me teach Rudy how to lie down.
All right, Hillary, I'm excited to work with Rudy today, and hopefully we can teach him to lie down. Contrary to what you might think, it's quite common for many greyhounds to be pretty mellow dogs. In fact, it can be very challenging to teach many of them how to do something like a basic lie down. Not all dogs are receptive to all training methods, so how do you get a dog to lie down if they're completely indifferent towards a lure? Normally, when you teach a dog to lie down, you have them sit, and then you try and lure them into a down like this. But remember, greyhounds aren't particularly comfortable going into a sit. It's kind of awkward to lure them into a down. Look at that. That's not really working on Rudy. Obviously, Rudy is very comfortable taking turkey, so we know he likes that. He's just really uncomfortable doing the lure into a down. All dogs will eventually lie down on their own without us asking them to. I mean, they've got to relax sometime, right? Today, we're going to rely on a principle called capturing to teach Rudy to lie down. Capturing is when you catch your dog in the act of doing something you want to teach them and let them know what they're doing as they're doing it, with the expectation that they'll learn to do the behavior you want if you do this enough.
That's what capturing is, okay. So it's like capturing's a strange word for lying down.
We're just going to sit here and we're going to wait for Rudy to lie down. Behavior, it will require you to spontaneously and promptly communicate with your dog. You'll have to be ready to jump into training at a moment's notice. Yes? But this is a wonderful way to deeply expand your communication with your dog and teach them to do things that they do naturally when you ask them to. This can open up a completely new dimension to your training. For example, if you tell your dog, go pee, while they're doing their business, then they'll eventually learn that go pee means get to it. While we're waiting for Rudy to lie down, you have a trick you could show us that you taught him?
I do. He can take a marshmallow out of my mouth.
And unfortunately, we don't have bigger marshmallows, so we're going to have to use these smaller ones.
That was too much. He's very picky. He's very particular about lots of things, especially where he lies down.
As he should be.
He just has to get comfortable enough, and he usually has to make his circle. He has to be able to walk for a little bit to get to a point to lie down.
I gotcha.
I think he's thinking about lying down right now.
Okay. Just because of his general body language?
Yes. He's staring at the ground. He's putting his legs close together like that.
Oh, very good.
And he's on something soft, and he always looks for something soft.
Okay, good to know. And nobody knows your dog like you do. I mean, you know his individual quirks and his body language. Encouraging him to relax and encourage the dog to lie down as well. Talking sweet to them, petting them softly. These are all great things.
Oh, if you talk very sweetly to him while he's lying down, he'll fall asleep. Rudy. Hey, Rudy, want to lie down? Sometimes I come in and he's asleep like this.
Like what?
He'll sleep like this. Oh, now he's ready to play. Maybe if I get up and go over there, he won't be so into getting pet from me that he'll be comfortable lying down.
Right now, it looks like he's thinking about lying down. What do you think?
Definitely. He's sniffing around like this. He's been standing up for a long time. I know he wants to lie down.
Lie down. Good job. Very good. And when he does lie down, I'm going to make sure that I'm right there to provide an amazing outcome to that behavior. So eventually you can see if you do this enough times, your dog learns, you know, every time I lie down, Turkey just seems to appear out of nowhere. Or dog treats, if you wanted to have soft dog treats located, say, in your living room, so you can easily get to them. Lie down. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Thought I had him there. Lie down. Very good. That's called down. The next time I catch him lying down, I'm going to try and read him and really anticipate when he's about to lie down, and I'll say down just before he does it. And if I can do that enough times, well, then I'm pretty convinced he'll learn how to lie down. Lie down. Very good. That's called down. Excellent job. And so you can see there how I was able to say the word as he was going into it. That's the most effective way to teach your dog what a word or a phrase means. Down. Very good. That's called lie down. Excellent. Good job. You see that? So you can see how we're gradually evolving the behavior here and showing him what he's doing as he's doing it until eventually we can just say down and have him lie down. Rudy, that is excellent, sir. Click thumbs up for Rudy and retired rescue racing greyhounds everywhere. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and pick up a copy of my book. A special huge thank you to all of our patrons on Patreon who make this possible. And hey, Hillary, you did a really awesome job today.
Oh, thank you.
Identifying target. Rain could have been something special. Too bad. Target spotted.
Wow, tamam.
Kylo Ren has fallen. Target marked.
Hva er det, du?
Nei.
Jo.
Jeg har fått et
Ok, bra. Bare spill en runde, du. Jeg skal spille... Eller, hvis du ikke kan joine, så kan du det. Det mangler en. Jeg er level 14. Hm.
OK, da kommer jeg.
Nice. Det er enda players needed 1, så det er bra.
Hva du spiller?
Det er Heroes vs. Villains, men det får være en runde. For 10.000 gratis XP. Det er jo ganske gratis, egentlig. Har du kommet inn? Jeg har Vader. Det er jo bra for meg, da. Jo, fordi i begynnelsen så trodde jeg jo alle coins var for crates. Nei, for å bruke på crates. Trodde du fikk de av å levele, sånn som i fjor. Eller sist Battlefront. Hvis du kjøpte pass, ja.
The mightiest warriors of the universe
6.
to decide once and for all who shall rule the galaxy.
Ja. En, to, tre, fire.
Ja, 4. Ja.
Nå er det det.
Ja, nå er det.
Hvorfor skjer det? Jeg bare tenkte, hvorfor skal jeg ikke gjøre noe Battlefront? Kanskje jeg får views. Battlefront 3, det er det du sier? Men ja, du må spille COD eller FIFA eller noe sånt for å få views, det er sant. Det er det du får views på det. Jo, noe helsikken. Jeg gikk live på FIFA, så fikk jeg 39 views med en gang. spille en kamp mens du venter på meg, da. Nei. Ja. Hva er det? Lord Vader. Lord Vader. Anakin Skywalker. Ja, da vet jeg ikke hva jeg bra med selv. Nei, jeg vet ikke hvem det er.
taken. Target recognized.
You desire despair. This was an unwise decision. These are proofs of treason. Cannot lie.
Plasma has been sidelined.
Oof.
Opponent marked.
The dark side doesn't rule you.
Oh, another double for Darth Maul.
Hva da?
Target spotted.
Your hope is blinded. Skywalker.
Ben won't be getting paid for that job.
Fordi jeg holder på å slå noen. Jeg spammer deg ikke. Spammer hva?
Knappen.
Åja, så jeg skal bare slå han en gang? Jeg er ferdig med runden. Var det?
Fuck det. Nei. Du sender til.
Hæ?
Du ikke sender til.
Jeg kjeder meg.
Men han er snart ferdig. Laget mitt må bare drepe 9 folk til, så...
Om du spiller Heroes vs. Villains.
Nei! Det er best.
Hva skal vi spille etterpå?
Nei, vi spiller... Kan du spille? Tre folk til å spille. Kan du spille til?
Jeg driter i hva vi spiller.
Hva kan det være? Nei, ok. Åh! Det er lite. 5.
Ok. Er du redd for at det vises det du spiller?
Nei.
Jeg skal bare wipe vekk SharePlay.
Wipe vekk, faen. Om du streamer på YouTube?
Ja.
Å, herregud, det må jeg gjøre. Må jeg se på.